because it is high. So if you look at what kind of work they are engaged in, sales and service is the most common, followed by business finance, banking or similar jobs, science, and quite a lot in government as well. And they have trade skills or something like VCAT. In transportation and similar fields, there are also many in health, while the rest are fewer. So if you look to the left, there's no oil and gas here. Of course, there's no agriculture. There aren't many in utilities or management companies, and the largest portion is in the upper areas, with many in science, technology, professional science, and technology, followed by health and retail trade. There's also some in construction. So, as I mentioned earlier, about $13,000 per household is spent on transportation annually. Then there's $2,400 for public transportation. So if you consider the SkyTrain monthly pass to be around $200, it's not much. On the other hand, yes, households are divided into two like this, but as you saw in the graph earlier, yes, the rate of private car use is a bit higher here. They are working in these kinds of jobs. So if you look again, the median income is around $16,000 here. Next, in this area, people in their 20s and 40s, and if you look here, the part where people spend the most money in the household is on shelter, which means they spend more on average. They also spend a lot on food and clothing. They spend a lot on education as well. Entertainment spending is also slightly higher. The reason healthcare spending is a bit lower, along with retirement and fashion, seems to be because the demographic is younger, in their 20s to 40s. Yes, so if you look at the next slide, yes, here you can see a few important things again. Yes, here, 58.4% have their own property. Next, we're going over this once more right now. Then there are the most white-collar jobs. And if you look here, there are the most Chinese people. Yes, and there's not much of a black population. We think there's no Arab population. And then South Asians, which probably includes Indians. Yes, there are a few there still. Yes. So anyway, if you look here, for example, the Chinese population is currently at 1%, but it is expected to become 21.6 over the next 5 years. So it's not increasing much. On the other hand, the Indian population is increasing a bit. Yes. And shall we take a look at the Korean population? The Korean population remains the same now and in the next 5 years. There isn't a population that is increasing significantly, but overall it is currently at 43.6% and is expected to drop to 40%. So it seems that many Canadians are likely moving into this area, since new buildings are being constructed now. Yes, that's why it is like this. It seems it will be like this in the future. It seems Canadians will also become part of the population. Now, if you look here, what we should pay attention to is that it's numbered, which makes it a bit more convenient. There are a lot of people working in wide-collar jobs. If you show it again, the income is like this. Yes. If you look here, there are 10,000 people with a university degree out of a population of 30,000, which is quite a lot. So once again, Asian achievements, and the preference for condos are high. So when you think about who to rent a condo to, you can usually think of Asians in this neighborhood. You can consider that there are quite a few Chinese or Koreans. Yes, that's about it. Yes, the unemployment rate is a bit high, but this is probably not only because of seniors, but also because this area has SFU University, so including students, it's 8.2, so it can't be considered that high. Yes, at first I thought it was high too, but there are many students in this area. Now, if you look at the next one again, you'll see that The